All right, so I'm supposed to be getting out the car to go to work, but I've been okay. So I want to say, like, I think I've been struggling, right, with like the desire to be in a relationship, right, and like I have my moments, right. Like I think being single is cool, right. Like it has its moments, but let's keep it a buck. Like you know what I'm saying. Like we all want a person to call our own, right? Like we all want that, and we know what that comes with. But like it'd be like the small things that I like that happen to me on a day to day. That I'd be like, like it'll be cool to have a boyfriend. It'll be cool to have a husband. I could be like, yo, babe, my car need a car inspection. You know what I'm saying? Like he like, I got it. Don't worry about it. Like, babe, I need an oil change. Don't worry about it. I got it. Right? Like things need to be fixed around the house. Like I'm not handy. I'm not in no way, shape, or form good with fixing things, and I can't. It could be the most simple thing that it'd be like four pieces gotta come together. I don't know, and I really don't want to do it. Like I just don't. I don't want to do it. And it's like going on dates and just like even the small things that's like wanting to like buy something for the like for somebody like their birthday, want to be like, yeah, I'm doing this for my man. I want to use the sound and my man. Thank you to my man. Like I ever said, like I've honestly, so these are like real moments and I make it comical, of course, but like I don't feel this way all the time, but like it comes in like I think the waves have been coming more frequently than not. But I've also, because I've dated since my ex, which is Carter's father, right? Like I've dated, I've been on dates, I'm gonna give it a buck, you know what I'm saying? But I also understand the importance of not allowing this, I guess, this void get me into something that's not in alignment of what God has for me, right? Because when you step into things because there's a void, you're lonely, or you want this, you want that, right? Sometimes that void can, and it's our choice, but it can sometimes, like that loneliness can feel so huge. It can sometimes like push you. I mean, it's not really pushing you. You kind of like walking towards something, but like you can allow yourself rather to get into something to try to fill that void, but it's not the right feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not the right feeling, and I think that understanding of being not wanting to be attached to something that's not in proper alignment with me and what God has is like, okay, you have these feelings, but you also understand the other side of being attached to something that's not for you, and I don't want that. I don't want, because it's so much disruption that happens emotion, like on all levels, when you attach yourself to something that's not for you, that's not right, that God doesn't want for you. Oh my God, I've been there, I've done it, I've been there. Oh, I've been there, and it hurts. I think that hurts more than the void, right, that you feel of being lonely and wanting to be in a relationship and wanting marriage and wanting this and wanting that, right? Like it's so much more hurt on the other side after you try to fill that void, and the void doesn't even really get filled because it's not for you. So what happens is that you fill it thinking that like you're doing something, and then all that stuff you filled with, all that stuff you filled it with has to be removed, right? So you jam packed it with things that's not for you, right? Think it's gonna fill the void. The void is still there, but now, in order for God to really give you what you really need to fill that void, you now gotta remove, but you jam packed it. Like, So now you gotta rip things out. That hurts. It hurts more than just leaving the void there and letting God fill it with the proper filling. So that's just a vulnerable moment for me. Like, I really, really do. Like, I want to be in a relationship, right? I think the end goal is marriage, and I've shared this before. Like, I really see the importance of man and woman, right? Like, if you know, I struggled with, you know, a certain same sex, right? So, and that comes in waves that don't leave, right? Like, I posted something that was like, damn, what was it? I heard something, and then, like, I kind of, like, it was like, just because you're walking in obedience doesn't mean you still don't have, like, the desire. Like, the desire is still there, but the choice to walk in obedience doesn't mean that the desire leaves, right? You just choose to walk in obedience. Like, you allow obedience to lead the way. But although I struggle with that, I also, like I said, that don't go away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't go away. You just gotta manage it. You gotta really, like, talk to it and face it, because it's there. Like, it don't go away. It's right there in your face. You gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see it, and sometimes I fall short, but you gotta deal with that, right? But I see, although that is a desire of mine, right, that I've had and I still do have, and I don't know if it'll ever go away. But I think I don't think it will ever go away. I think you just kind of, like I said, you could kind of have to manage it, but whatever, right? But although that is a desire of mine, I also, on the flip side, see more and more the importance of man and woman and how it balances. It really is like an ebb and flow. Like, it really does balance. It does. And for me, as a woman, I could be aggressive, I could be assertive, I could be all of those things, because I have to. I'm a single woman, or I've been attached to certain men who are not really stepping up in a way that's allowing me to step down, right? If you ain't stepping up, somebody gotta step up, so I'm gonna step up. But then that comes with this type of energy, right? So I don't want that. So, but when a man is living in his assertiveness, his leadership, right, that woman can fall back and be soft, and that's where I want to be. Like, there is a balance of man and woman when we are both walking in how God designed us, right? I think a lot of women, if you have a man that's under God's direction, right, you can be soft. Like, I want to be there. Oh, I want to be there. I want to be soft. I like, man. Oh, this is what we do. I don't want to have to always use my brain power. I don't always want to have to be exhausted. I don't want to. You do that. Like, you go ahead and do that. You do it. You do it. But yeah, right. So that's just a vulnerable moment for me, and you know, yeah, that's just where I'm at right now, and it sucks. It does, but I don't want to attach myself to something that in the long run is going to cause me more harm than just allowing the void to be waiting and allowing the void to be filled the proper way. You know what I'm saying? So that's that.